Wonderful. All right. Hi, Rajendra, bro. I hope I can start with the class. If it's a go to go signal, then I can probably start with my class. Hello. Rajendra, are you there, bro?
Sir, Rajendra sir, వేరే మీటింగ్ లో ఉన్నారు.
Oh, that's totally fine, ma. Can I start with my class? I mean, is
Yes, sir.
everybody
Yes, sir.
in
You
the
can. So please start.
wonderful, wonderful. All right. So guys, as I always keep saying, we've been developing our communication skills, and we also have been learning about lot many things while we, learn the initials of communication. So before we go ahead and learn about anything, I always keep saying to my students, the first thing that is very important for you to Roger, in the first case, while you learn about communication, is the essentials of communication. So when I talk about essentials of communication, we have learned about how do we rotate a mouth or how do we spell something, and we also have learned about many things that actually support us doing a better communication in a better way. So today, as in the class, we will be learning about few important steps to overcome our pressure, that is body language. So when I talk about the body language, what are the steps to develop our body language, and what are the main things that can support us while doing a body language? This is what I'm going to explain you guys today. So if everybody wants to know about how we develop our body language, can you please put a Y message in the chat box? Guys, I'll showcase what are the few important things that has to be needed while we learn about few things in body language. So today in the body language, I will probably teach you guys about the key factors of developing our body language. So number one is, okay, let me share you my screen, guys. Give me 1 minute. Right, if you can look at my screen here. So the first thing we'll be learning today is the 7 tips to good body language. In this, I would like to all to know or to Roger the first one as the handshake. Now, Nana, whenever I speak about the handshake, or whenever I speak about the first thing, that is the firm handshake, this is one of the most important things that you all have to remember, because only in the firm handshake you will probably represent. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, right. I hope my screen is clear. All right. So, guys, as I've been telling you about developing our body language, మనం first నేర్చుకునేది ఈ రోజు how do we develop our body language while we talk with somebody else. So, guys, the first one, okay, why is it going ahead? Okay. The first one is firm handshake. So I want all of you people to remember that only when you know how to do a firm handshake, you can represent a better body language. Nana, ippudu kuda first time when you meet a new person, or whenever you are at a position where you're doing a new presentation, లేదా ఎప్పుడైనా మీరు ఎవరైనా పర్సన్ ని ఫస్ట్ టైం కలిసినప్పుడు always ensure that. Okay, give me 1 minute, guys. Why is she calling me, man? Right. So the first thing is the firm handshake, guys, and I want all of you people to remember that, because only a firm handshake would execute or would probably represent a confidence. Confidence. ఎప్పుడు కూడా మనం వేరే వాళ్ళతో మాట్లాడేటప్పుడు లేదా whenever you're talking with somebody, the first thing that you need to remember is మనం handshake చేయాలి. First దాన్ని we call it as firm handshake. ఫర్మ్ హ్యాండ్ షేక్ అంటే ఏం లేదు, అవతల వాళ్ళకి మనం హ్యాండ్ షేక్ ఇచ్చినప్పుడు, లేకపోతే whenever we are doing a handshake, always remember to give a firm handshake to make sure that these people will feel your confidence. Okay, so always remember this is the first step. And the second thing, ఓకే, లేదా ఫర్మ్ హ్యాండ్ షేక్ లోనే ఎప్పుడు కూడా షేక్ హ్యాండ్ ఎలా ఇస్తారు, లైక్ వెనెవర్ మీరు షేక్ హ్యాండ్ ఇస్తున్నప్పుడు మీ థంబ్ అనేది అవతల వాళ్ళ దాంట్లోని లాక్ అవ్వాలి. every time you have to give a complete firm handshake, and ఇచ్చిన తర్వాత కూడా ఒకసారి పైకి కిందకి one shake, one extreme shake from the top to the bottom. So that's how you can represent it as a firm handshake. So this is one of the most important things that you have to remember. And the second thing that I want to talk to you guys about, building a confidence or building up a good communication is eye contact. Okay, let me share you guys the screen once again. Give me 1 minute. All right. So whenever I talk about developing our soft skills, or maybe whenever I talk about doing a good communication, the second one is the eye contact. Can you look at here? An eye contact is the key. Make sure to keep eye contact with the person interviewing you. If multiple people are in the room, look around the room at the other people and then direct your attention back at the person that asked the question. Eye contact shows that you are confident and prepared. No, eye contact is really, really, really important for each and every person to be a part of a communication skill, is because ఎప్పుడు కూడా మీరు ఎవరితోనైనా మాట్లాడుతున్నప్పుడు వాళ్ళ కళ్ళలో కళ్ళు పెడితేనే, only when you put your eye to the eye contact, that is when your soft skill is going to be presented, or your communication skills are going to be presented as the best skill ever. So Nana, always remember, whenever you got a chance to speak in public, ఎప్పుడు కూడా మీ public లో మాట్లాడే అవకాశం ఉంటే, make sure you watch each and every person and ensure that you talk to every person at the while of the time, right? So eye contact will obviously support you at the right place and the right position. So eye contact tone meeku a level of confidence anedi perugutundi. So that is one of the most important things that you always have to remember, that which I always keep saying, eye contact. So eye contact is one of the most important things that you always have to remember at any point of time. All right. So Nana, ikkada varaku andarki ardhamaindante, like if everybody understood what exactly are we talking and what exactly are we speaking about, can all of you put a Y message in the chat box? I repeat once again, if everybody understood what exactly I've been training you guys on, can you all put a Y message in the chat box? Okay, how do you do that? Okay. How do I look at the place? Okay. Somebody said, sir, sir, Malli Japan, sir. Yeah, definitely, ma'am. I will say that. So Nana, okay. So I'm teaching you guys about the presentation of the body language. So whenever I'm talking about the presentation of the body language, ante మన బాడీ లాంగ్వేజ్ కరెక్ట్ గా ఉండాలి అన్నా, లేకపోతే ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు ప్రెజెంట్ సంథింగ్ ఇన్ అ రైట్ వే, మీరు ఎప్పుడైనా సరే ఎక్కడికైనా వెళ్ళినప్పుడు మీ బాడీ లాంగ్వేజ్ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ ని రిప్రజెంట్ చేయాలి అంటే, ద ఫస్ట్ థింగ్ దట్ యూ పీపుల్ హ్యావ్ టు రిమెంబర్, ఎప్పుడు కూడా మీ బాడీ లాంగ్వేజ్ ఎప్పుడు కూడా స్టార్ట్ అవ్వాల్సింది హ్యాండ్ షేక్ తో. మీరు ఎప్పుడైనా ఎవరినైనా కలిసినప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ థింగ్ దట్ యూ పీపుల్ హ్యావ్ టు రిమెంబర్ ఇస్, యూ గైస్ నీడ్ టు డూ అ ఫర్మ్ హ్యాండ్ షేక్. Always remember that only when you know how to do a firm handshake, and only when you know how to give a firm handshake, that is when you will be called as a right communicator. So the first thing that you need to remember is how to exactly give a firm handshake, and always remember to rotate. I mean, whenever you give a handshake, ఎప్పుడైనా మీరు handshake ఇచ్చినప్పుడు, ensure that you lock your hand with the other person and do a firm shake of once, that is from top to bottom. ఎప్పుడు కూడా మనం ఒక షేక్ ఇస్తాం కదా, చేతులు షేక్ హ్యాండ్ ఇచ్చినప్పుడు ఒక ఫర్మ్ హ్యాండ్ షేక్ ఇస్తాం కదా, that represents the correct way of communication, and that's how you do a firm handshake. Firm handshake ఇచ్చినప్పుడు ఒకటే షేక్ ఇవ్వాలి పైనుంచి కిందకి, once you say it and then you finish it. That's the first thing that you guys have to remember. And the second thing in the body language that you have to always remember is an eye contact. Eye contact ante emi ledu. Whenever you are at a position, or whenever you are at a place where people are looking at you, లేదా మీరు ఒక place where everybody are looking at you, or whenever you are at a place where you are doing a good కమ్యూనికేషన్ అనేది ట్రిగర్ అయ్యేదే మీ ఐ కాంటాక్ట్ వలన. అంటే ఎవరైనా మీకు భయపడాలన్నా, లేకపోతే మీ కమ్యూనికేషన్ బాగా ఉంది అని చెప్పాలన్నా, లేదా మీలో కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ బాగా ఉంది అని చెప్పాలన్నా, లేదా ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు పోర్ట్రేట్ యువర్ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్, the first thing that you need to always remember is you need to know how exactly to do an eye contact. మళ్ళీ ఇప్పుడు ఒక రూమ్ లోని ఒక 10 మంది ఉన్నారు అనుకున్నా, let's imagine there are 10 people in a room, but you have to make sure you watch all of those 10 people, because ఒక్కరిద్దరిని చూసి మళ్ళీ మిగతా వాళ్ళని చూడకపోయినా సరే you are lacking of confidence. So that is why we always say an eye contact is a key factor for a body presentation. అంటే మీ సాఫ్ట్ స్కిల్స్ కానీ మీ కమ్యూనికేషన్ స్కిల్స్ కానీ బాగా ఉన్నాయి అని తెలియాలంటే ఫస్ట్ మీ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ బాగుండాలి. కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ బాగుంది అని ఎప్పుడు తెలుస్తుంది అంటే ఓన్లీ వెన్ యూ డూ అ ప్రాపర్ ఐ కాంటాక్ట్ విత్ ఎవ్రీ వన్. సో hope everybody have understood what exactly I told. if um, if everybody understood, can you all put a Y message in the chat box, please? Great. Wonderful. Now, the third thing that is important while we learn about our communication skills is a flood smile. Now, what is a flood smile, my dear students? I want all of you people to remember this. Flood smile is nothing but whenever you are at a position where you're representing something. For example, whenever you are doing a good communication, మీ ముఖం మీద ఒక చిరునవ్వు ఉండాలి. ఆ చిరునవ్వునే ఇంగ్లీష్లోని we call it as flood smile. So whenever I talk about a flood smile, my dear lovely students, మీ ముఖం మీద నవ్వు లేకపోతే ఆ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ అనేది రిప్రజెంట్ చేయలేము. So every time remember that whenever you are at a place where you've been called or you've been told about doing a good presentation, or whenever you are asked to make sure of a good presentation, you always have to speak about looking after everyone and smiling at people. Guys, not over smile. You cannot give an extra smile. ఎప్పుడు కూడా అతిగా నవ్వి అనవసరంగా జోకర్ అవ్వద్దు. మేక్ ష్యూర్ you only give a limited smile to everyone, because only when you look at every person and give that a flood smile, ఒక చిన్న స్మైల్ ఇస్తే దానివల్ల ఏమవుతుందంటే ఓపెన్ గా నవ్వడం అంటాం. సో ఆ ఓపెన్ గా నవ్వినందుకు ఏమవుతుందంటే అవతల వాళ్ళకి మీ మీద కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ అనేది పెరుగుతుంది. ఎస్, దిస్ పర్సన్ ఇస్ లిసనింగ్ టు మీ, ఎస్ దిస్ పర్సన్ అండర్స్టాండ్స్ మీ, ఎస్ దిస్ పర్సన్ నో ద వాల్యూ ఆఫ్ మీ. సో ఇలాంటివి మనం కవర్ చేయాలి అంటేనే we always should have a flood smile on our face. So guys, always remember, flood smile is one of the most important things that you have to remember. So always ensure that before we do a flood smile, ఎప్పుడు కూడా ఎక్కడ పడితే అక్కడ చూసి నవ్వకూడదు. ఆబ్వియస్లీ ఒక పర్సన్ కళ్ళల్లో చూస్తూ, సో వెన్ ఎవర్ యు ఆర్ కమ్యూనికేటింగ్ విత్ సంబడి, ఎప్పుడు కూడా అవతల వాళ్ళని చూస్తూ మనం నవ్వుతేనే, ఆ చిరునవ్వు చేస్తేనే పీపుల్ విల్ ఫీల్ గుడ్ అబౌట్ ఇట్. Yes, this person is confident. Yes, this person have a good communication skills. That is how you can be a good trainer. That is how you can be a good communicator. That's how you can be called as a native speaker. So that's one of the most important things to be or to excel in your communication skills. So guys, come on, everybody tell me, what are the 3 things that we have learned in our body language right now? Can everybody type the 3 things that we have learned now? Come on, everybody. మనం నేర్చుకున్న 3 బాడీ లాంగ్వేజెస్ చెప్తారా? Can you please type it down? Can you please type it down? First one is firm handshake. The second one is flood smile. Sorry, the second one is eye contact. And the third one is flood smile. Come on, everybody, type it down. Very good. Very good. Wonderful. 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 Perfect. So now let us go with the fourth one. Body language అనేది ఎప్పుడు కూడా మన బాడీ నుంచి రిప్రజెంట్ అయ్యే ప్రతి ఒక్క కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ ని కూడా మనం కమ్యూనికేషన్ అంటాం. సో మన బాడీ నుంచి అయ్యే మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ communication is voice. Nana, that is why we call somebody who have a bold voice is a good communicator అంటారు. అంటే ఎప్పుడు కూడా ఆ మనిషి bold గా మాట్లాడగలిగితే we call them as a good communicator. Why? Because voice play the most important role in communicating with anyone. So my dear lovely ladies and gentlemen, I want all of you people to ensure that మీరు ఎప్పుడూ కూడా మీ వాయిస్ ని ఎప్పుడు ఒక మంచి కంట్రోల్లో పెట్టుకోవాలి. Now when I talk about putting your voice under control, the first thing that you need to know is how. Voice, ఇక్కడ చెప్పాను చూడండి, often your tone of voice says more than your words do. You can say that you know how to perform the job duties, but if it doesn't sound like you do, you won't inspire much confidence in the hiring manager. ఎప్పుడు కూడా మీకు ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నేను ఒక మంచి కమ్యూనికేషన్ ట్రైనర్ అని నేను మీకు చెప్తే మీరు ఎప్పుడు నమ్ముతారు అంటే ఓన్లీ వెన్ ఐ సౌండ్ లైక్ దాట్. అంటే నేను ఇప్పుడు నిజంగా నేను ఒక కమ్యూనికేషన్ ట్రైనర్ లాగా నేను సౌండ్ చేస్తేనే మీకు ఆ నమ్మకం వస్తుంది. సో గైస్ ఎప్పుడు కూడా అవతల వాళ్ళకి నమ్మించాలి, అవతల వాళ్ళు నమ్మాలి మిమ్మల్ని అంటే ఫస్ట్ థింగ్ దట్ యు నీడ్ టు రిమెంబర్ ఇస్ యువర్ కమ్యూనికేషన్, your voice plays the most important role when we talk about communication in the body language. So guys, never forget, whenever you want to showcase yourself as the best communicator, or if you want to be a good communicator, the first thing after the split smile, మీ బాడీ నుంచి వచ్చే మొట్టమొదటి వాయిస్ చాలా బోల్డ్ గా ఉండాలి. యువర్ వాయిస్ షుడ్ ప్లే ద మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ రోల్ ఇన్ ది యాక్షన్స్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ కమ్యూనికేషన్. సో యాజ్ ఐ ఆల్వేస్ కీప్ సేయింగ్, మన వాయిస్ లోని ఎప్పుడు కూడా పిచ్చింగ్ అనేది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. సో నాన్న ఎవ్రీబడి అందరూ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, వాయిస్ లో పిచ్చింగ్ అంటే ఏంటి? పిచ్చింగ్ అంటే వెరీ సింపుల్ నాన్న. వెన్ ఎవర్ యు ఆర్ టాకింగ్ టు ఎనీబడి, ఆర్ మీరు ఎప్పుడైనా ఎవరితో మాట్లాడుతున్నప్పుడు ఎప్పుడు కూడా అప్స్ అండ్ డౌన్స్ ఉండాలి మీ వాయిస్ లో. అంటే చాలా పెద్దది అన్నప్పుడు నా వాయిస్ పెరిగింది కదా, చాలా పెద్దది, యా చూడండి వాయిస్ పెరిగింది. ఆ చెట్టు చాలా పెద్దగా ఉంది, పెద్ద అన్నప్పుడు నా వాయిస్ పెరిగింది. సో గైస్, వెన్ ఎవర్ ఐ మేక్ యూ గైస్ అండర్స్టాండ్ అబౌట్ పిచ్చింగ్, కొన్ని టైమ్స్ లో మీ వాయిస్ అనేది పైకి వెళ్ళాలి, కిందకి రావాలి. అప్పుడే మీరు ఒక బ్యూటిఫుల్ సెన్స్ ఆఫ్ ప్రెజెంటేషన్ అనేది చూపించుకోగలుగుతారు. సో దిస్ ఇస్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ థింగ్స్. సో వాయిస్ లోని టోన్ అండ్ పిచ్ ఆర్ ద మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ థింగ్స్. ఒకవేళ మీ దగ్గర నోట్బుక్ ఉంటే దయచేసి ప్లీజ్ రైట్ ఇట్ డౌన్ యాజ్ అండర్ వాయిస్ కింద వాయిస్ తో పాటు యూ షుడ్ రైట్ tone and pitch, as it is very clear, and I want all of you people to remember, in body language we've been learning about a firm handshake, and we also have learned about how do we overcome how do we overcome a lot of audience by maintaining an eye contact and also a flirt smile. Along with the flirt smile, we also have learned about voice. Now guys, which is very important, I want all of you people to go ahead and note this down as don't fidget. Now what is don't fidget, or what is it called as don't fidget? And that don't fidget is nothing but, ఎప్పుడైనా బాడీ లాంగ్వేజ్ లోని మీరు ఒకటి గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలమ్మా. ఎప్పుడు కూడా మీరు what I can say is, whenever you are at a situation where you are maintaining your body, అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనం ఎక్కడికైనా వెళ్ళినప్పుడు చాలా మంది కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ మన బాడీ మీదే ఉంటది. మనం ఏం డ్రెస్ వేసుకున్నాం, మనం డ్రెస్ ని ఎట్లా మెయింటైన్ చేస్తున్నాం. ఈ మధ్య చాలా మంది అబ్బాయిలు వన్స్ దే డూ ద ఇన్షర్ట్, తర్వాత దే విల్ కీప్ డూయింగ్ దట్ ఇన్షర్ట్ అగైన్ అండ్ అగైన్ అండ్ అగైన్. ఆ ఇన్షర్ట్ చేసిన తర్వాత కూడా మళ్ళీ ఆ ఇన్షర్ట్ ని మళ్ళీ చేస్తూ ఉంటారు, విచ్ ఇస్ అ రాంగ్ థింగ్. అలాగే చాలా మంది గోర్లు కొరుకుతూ ఉంటారు, విచ్ ఇస్ అ రాంగ్ థింగ్. And many people keep shaking their legs, which is a wrong thing. Many people will also keep doing shaking their legs, and also they're rotating the pen in their hands. Ivanni kuda wrong habits ma. These are only called as fidgeting. Ante fidgeting ante రెండు పనులు ఒకటేసారి చేయడం. మీరు ఒకరితో మాట్లాడుతున్నప్పుడు మీరు ఎప్పుడు కూడా మీ బిహేవియర్ అనేది మీరు కరెక్ట్ గా పెట్టుకోవాలి. ఆల్ ద టైమ్ ఎన్షూర్ దట్ యువర్ బిహేవియర్, దాన్ని డిసిప్లిన్ అంటారు అనమాట. So whenever I call it as a discipline, or whenever I say maintaining your discipline, always ensure that you don't fidget around. Never ever fidget around. Ante don't keep doing multitasking. Never ever bite your nails and twirl your hair. Many girls also have a habit of twirling their hair around, and they always keep twirling their hair because they think that they can probably get motivated by that, but you guys should do that, because that's one of the key factors of reducing your mental stress. So guys, this is one of the most important things that you people have to remember while we talk about fidgeting around. So this is one key factor of understanding. So guys, this is also called as don't fidget. Fidgeting ante nothing but multitasking. So guys, if I am very clear, can everybody put a Y message in the chat box? Right. So, guys, now I want all of you people to put down all of the skills that we have learned today. Can all of you just put whichever languages or whichever body language tips that we have learned today? Can everybody put it down? I want all of you people to pen down లేదా chat box లో మనం ఏమేం నేర్చుకున్నాం body language లోని a 5 points. Can you please put it down in the chat box? Guys, can you please put whatever we have learned in today's class in the chat box, please? Yes, shake hand, eye contact, flirt, smile, voice, and don't fidget. Very good. Don't fidget. Very good. Very good. Very good. Wonderful. Wonderful. Shake hand. Good. Yes. So guys, పెట్టడమే అంటే just మెసేజ్ పెట్టడం కాదు. You guys, I mean, sure గా మీరు ఇవన్నీ మెయింటైన్ చేయాలి. ఇవన్నీ మెయింటైన్ చేస్తేనే that is when we call it as a perfect body language etiquettes. బాడీ లాంగ్వేజ్ కమ్యూనికేషన్ లో చాలా అంటే చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ మా, ఎప్పుడు కూడా మర్చిపోకూడదు. Okay, let me go ahead with the next chapter. Sure, Gayatri, I'll put it. Okay. I'm putting the slides. If you want people to take screenshots, guys, you can take the screenshots. The first two. All right. Now let us talk about the sixth factor, that is using engaging gestures like pressing your fingertips together to form a steeple can be helpful in showing the interviewer that you are engaged in the conversation and interested in what's being said. Hand gestures should be used in enhance what is being said, but don't overuse them. నానా ఎప్పుడు కూడా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, మీరు ఎప్పుడైనా ఒక కమ్యూనికేషన్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు, whenever you guys are doing a communication or whenever you are being at a position where you're representing something, it's always needed for you guys to ensure you do a hand gestures. Hand gestures అంటే ఇదిగోండి, ఇప్పుడు మీకు ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నేను చూపిస్తున్నట్టయితే, ఎప్పుడు కూడా మనం చాలా మందిని చూస్తూ ఉంటాం, మాట్లాడుతున్నప్పుడు చేతుల్ని పైకి కిందకి యాక్షన్స్ చేస్తూ ఉంటారు. దీస్ ఆర్ కాల్డ్ జెస్చర్స్. ఈ జెస్చర్స్ అనేవి మనకి చాలా చోట్లలో బాగా బాగా చాలా ఉపయోగపడతాయి. ఎందుకంటే ఓన్లీ వెన్ యూ నో హౌ టు డూ అ ప్రాపర్ జెస్చర్, యూ కెన్ క్విక్లీ స్పీక్ అవుట్ any word or a sentence. So that's one of the best ways to probably communicate with many people, because communication sometimes can also be stopped when you don't know how to do gestures. So Nana, the whole point is, whenever you want to be a good communicator, మీరు మాట్లాడుతున్నప్పుడు జస్ట్ ఒక ఫర్మ్ హ్యాండ్ షేక్ ఇస్తే సరిపోదు, అలాగే మీరు ఐ కాంటాక్ట్ ఇస్తే సరిపోదు, అలాగే ఫిజిట్ అరౌండ్ చేస్తే సరిపోదు. ఇట్స్ ఆల్సో దాట్ మీ వాయిస్ తో పాటు మీ యాక్షన్స్ కూడా ప్లే చేయాలి. అంటే యాక్షన్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు మన వాయిస్ కూడా దానికి సిమ్యులేట్ అవ్వాలి, అంటే ఈక్వల్ గా calculate అవుతేనే. సో whenever you are doing a gesture or whenever you are talking, నా దగ్గర ఒక పెద్ద కార్ ఉంది, పెద్ద అన్నప్పుడు మన రెండు చేతుల్ని క్రాస్ గా పెట్టడమే ఆ జెస్చరస్. ఓషన్ చాలా పెద్దది, సముద్రం చాలా పెద్దది అంటాం. సో how do you say that? It's just because we know that the ocean is so big and we initially do a gesture to represent that the ocean is so big. So this is one of the best ways to reciprocate your communication skills on the people, to execute the best ways to put across your communication. So guys, always remember that ఎంగేజింగ్ జెస్చర్స్ అంటే ఎప్పుడూ కూడా మాట్లాడుతున్నప్పుడు మీ యాక్షన్స్ అనేవి ఉండాలి. అప్పుడే ఆ కమ్యూనికేషన్ అనేది చాలా లైవ్లీగా చాలా బాగుంటుంది. సో గైస్, నెవర్ ఎవర్ ఫర్గెట్ దట్. All right. So I will repeat it once again. So from the first, so the first one that we have learned today in the class is how do we do a proper body language. Mana body language proper ga elagundali. Body language proper ga undali ante the first thing that you need to remember is a firm handshake. ఎప్పుడు కూడా ఎవరినైనా ఫస్ట్ టైం కలిసినప్పుడు ఆ ఫర్మ్ హ్యాండ్ షేక్ అనేది chala and chala important. And the second one you all have to remember is the eye contact. So ఎప్పుడు కూడా మీరు ఒక ఐ కాంటాక్ట్ చేస్తేనే the అవతల person will know that this person is really good with the communication. అలాగే an eye contact will speak a lot about your existence in that particular presence of communication. An eye contact is always a key factor to ensure to portray your communication. And the third one that we are talking about today is a flood smile. A flood smile is really important when you represent your confidence, and you always need to showcase your presence by spreading across your smile towards the audience. మన ఆడియన్స్ ఎంతమంది ఉంటే అంతమంది క్లాస్లో అందరినీ చూస్తూ ఒక చిన్న చిరునవ్వు స్ప్రెడ్ చేయడాన్ని we call it as a flood smile. And then we have voice, which plays the most important role in the communications. When I talk about voice, ఎప్పుడు కూడా పిచ్ చాలా అవసరం, టోన్ కూడా చాలా అవసరం. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, టోన్ సరిగ్గా లేకపోయినా, పిచ్చింగ్ సరిగ్గా లేకపోయినా మీ వాయిస్ అనేది కమ్యూనికేషన్ స్కిల్స్లో బాగా ఉండదు. సో దట్ ఈస్ వై మెనీ పీపుల్ స్పీక్ అబౌట్ ఆర్ మెనీ పీపుల్ సే దాట్ ఓ మై గాడ్ దిస్ కేర్స్ మీ, నేను చాలా భయపడుతున్నాను. ఎందుకంటారంటే మీ వాయిస్ సరిగ్గా లేనప్పుడు, మీ పిచ్ సరిగ్గా లేనప్పుడు చాలా మంది దే గెట్ స్కేర్డ్ అబౌట్ ఇట్. Now, don't fidget. Now, what is don't fidget? Whatever you do, don't play with your hair. You know, if fidgeting ante ఆ జుట్టుని అలా తిప్పడం, లేదా sometimes rotating your pen, shaking your hands, shaking your legs, కొన్ని పిచ్చి పిచ్చి పనులు చేస్తూ ఉంటాం మనం, ఫోన్ తిప్పుతూ ఉంటాం చేతుల్లోని. These are all are called as fidgeting. Fidgeting might lead to a wrong disaster communication. So we also call it as wrong method of communication. Disasters in communication ఎప్పుడు అంటామంటే when your concentration is more on other thing than communication. మాట్లాడుతున్నప్పుడు మీ స్పీచ్ మీదనే కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ ఉండాలి. Whenever you go ahead with all of the other things, that is never called as a communication or maybe a correct communication. So always ensure that you don't fidget around. And number 6 that I've been talking about today is gestures. So what are gestures and how will the gestures be useful? Gestures are also called as one of the key factors to develop your communication, because ఎప్పుడు కూడా మన వాయిస్ తోని ఒక మీనింగ్ఫుల్ యాక్షన్ చేస్తేనే that is called as a proper communication. So I want all of you people to remember this. And now, guys, I want you people to ensure you tell me what is the best action gestures that you liked in the movies. చాలా మంది మూవీస్ చూస్తూ ఉంటారు, పుష్ప అనగానే ఆ జా లైన్ నుంచి చేయి పైకి అనడమే పుష్ప క్యారెక్టర్ కదా. సో మెనీ పీపుల్ హ్యావ్ దీస్ యాక్షన్స్ దట్ దే కొన్ని మూవీస్ హిట్ అయినవే బికాస్ ఆఫ్ ద జెస్చర్స్, మీకు తెలిసి ఉంటాయి. సో గైస్, మీరే చెప్పండి, కొన్ని ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఇవ్వండి. ఐ వాంట్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ పీపుల్ టు put few movies which became popular because of the gestures. Actions వల్లనే హిట్ అయిన మూవీస్ పేర్లు కొన్ని చాట్ బాక్స్ లో పెట్టండి. People to put few things in the chat box. Come on, కొన్ని మూవీ పేర్లు చెప్పండి యాక్షన్స్ వల్ల హిట్ అయినవి. పుష్ప is all right. Then let's learn about the next factors of improvising our body language as well. So when I'm talking about the body language as well, before that, if my audio is clear, can you all put a Y message? Because oh yes, Jawan, Gabbar Singh, Kabali. Now I'm getting all right. Wonderful. Rangasthalam, correct. Yes, very good, very good, very good. Very good, guys. That's exactly the right answers you've been putting across. Wonderful, wonderful. సో ఇప్పుడు మీకు అర్థమై ఉంటుంది వాట్ ఆర్ జెస్చర్స్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ. సో జెస్చర్స్ అనేవి చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ మా. ఆల్వేస్ రిమెంబర్ దట్ జెస్చర్స్ ప్లే one of the most important role while you communicate with someone or when you communicate with anyone, because gestures లేనిదే ఒక కమ్యూనికేషన్ అనేది బాగా అవ్వదు. So always remember to always do a good gesture. Okay, so now let me also tell you guys about few more important things in common. Let me show you the screen. Gratitude. Now, whenever I speak about the gratitude or whenever I speak about the quality of being thankful, guys, all the time you guys have to remember, ఎప్పుడు కూడా once we finish our communication or whenever you have finished your communication, whenever you do a communication or whenever you finish your communication, అంటే ఎప్పుడు కూడా once we start a communication, we also have to finish our communication, isn't it? So ఎప్పుడు కూడా once you finish your communication, you have to always feel good about that particular communication that you have done. Gratitudes తో పాటు మనం ఎప్పుడు కూడా ఒక మంచి నోట్స్ ఇవ్వాలి. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఇట్ వాస్ వండర్ఫుల్ టాకింగ్ టు యూ, మీతో మాట్లాడినందుకు చాలా సంతోషంగా ఉంది అని అంటాం. ఎందుకు? దట్ ఈస్ అ గ్రాటిట్యూడ్ కాబట్టి. సో గైస్, ఆల్వేస్ రిమెంబర్, gratitude is one of the key factors to present your humbleness. Mana humbleness, and in communication the key factor is also called as humbleness. But you can only be called, or you can only say it as a humble request when you give a good gratitude. So my dear students, I always want you people to remember that if you want to showcase a good gesture of communication, always do a good gratitude. Now, gratitude's examples emunai. So I'm going to give you a few examples of gratitude. So few gratitude examples are: that was wonderful talking with you, you made my day, it was pleasure talking to you, you are such a good speaker. All right, so ivanni kuda we call them as gratitudes itself. Okay, so never forget those, guys. So gratitudes can also be reciprocated and portrayed as thank notes. So whenever I talk about the thank notes, or whenever I speak about the gratitudes, or whenever I speak about the importance of doing gratitudes, the first thing that you guys have to believe is how do you politely say a good note of thanks to the other person. So if you want to give a good note of thanks to any person, you always have to ensure you follow few protocols before you finishing up a particular sentence. So the first thing I always keep saying is always say, it was wonderful talking to you, it was good noting to you, it was also a pleasure speaking with you. So all of these are the factors of developing your gratitudes. So guys, if everything is clear to you, if everybody understood what exactly I'm trying to communicate to you guys, can you please put a Y message in the chat box with our body language? So once again, let me represent you guys about the few steps those are required for developing our body language. So as I always kept saying, the first thing that you people have to remember and the body language is hold on, language. నాన్న ఎప్పుడు కూడా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, కమ్యూనికేషన్ లోని బాడీ లాంగ్వేజ్ ప్లేస్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ రోల్స్ in the communication development. So whenever I talk about communication development, or whenever I speak about the importance of the communication development, all that you just have to do is first ensure that you practice your body language techniques to make sure you put up yourselves in a better way to communicate yourself. So guys, so let me reiterate for you guys so that you understand exactly the meaning of what we were being learning today. So reiteration is always important for you guys, because only when you know what are the steps of body language, you might be a better person tomorrow. So guys, once again, I will put across these points to you guys. So the point number one we were talking about today is a firm handshake. So in the body language, the first thing that you people have to remember is a firm handshake. So whenever you give a firm handshake, or whenever you do a firm handshake, the first thing that you people have to represent or remember is the firmness in your hands, and a proper firm first shake, which is a key factor for representing yourself as um representing yourself as a better communicator. All right, so guys, the second point in the body language that we were learning about was eye contact. So whenever I talk about eye contact, or whenever I present you guys the eye contact, it's always important for you people to remember that an eye tie can represent a beautiful sense of communication. Now, when I talk about beautiful sense of communication, an eye tie can only be a possible methods to represent your confidence. If you want to be a very confident person doing a good communication, you have to ensure that you put your eye contact towards the other person. That's how you grow beautifully. Third one, guys, I want to speak about is a flood smile, which I always kept saying about a beautiful smile on your face, because only when you have that smile on your face and when you talk to people, that's when you portray a very good communication sense. So guys, body language is a key factor for presenting your sense of communication. So the third point is a flood smile. Right after you maintain an eye contact, it's very important for you to put across that smile on your face, and also portray that to another people. And then the fourth one we were talking about today was more often something that we all know about. So that is your voice. Because when I talk about voice, usually we have to remember two things. So first one is always called as the tone, and the second one is always called as pitch. So toning and pitching plays the most important role in voice, because only when you concentrate on doing the both together, that's when you will be called as a better communicator. Or you can also say, I have a good body language. So guys, if you want to be known for your presence in a particular room, your body language should play a key position or a key role. Hope I'm pretty much clear. If everybody understood, okay. Before that, and then the fifth one that we were also been talking about is don't fidget. Now, what is don't fidget? Multitasking. We also call these as multitasking. Whenever you are at a place where you are talking something, you're representing something, always make sure you don't fidget around. Don't play around with things, shaking legs, or twirling your hair, or twisting your hands, or breaking your knuckles. All of these are called fidgeting around, and that could be a negative sense of presence while you do a better body language. Especially when we call it as a beautiful communication, we also have to remember to not fidget around while we do a good body language. And the sixth one is engaging your gestures. So whenever I talk about engaging your gestures, it's a key factor for presenting your best methods of doing your actions. So when I talk about using actions or doing a good gestures, that means your actions and your words has to be equivalent to what you're presenting. So guys, presentation and adjacent verbs are very important while you do a beautiful gesture, because only when your action meets your verb, that's when you do a proper communication. So guys, can you all put a Y message if my audio is clear and if everybody is able to understand what exactly I'm trying to deliver you guys? I repeat once again, if everybody has understood what exactly I'm trying to speak, can you please put a Y message in the chat box? Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. That was a great response. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So let me again continue with whatever I'm speaking. The seventh one, the last one that we are talking about in the body language is the gratitude, the symbol of peace. We always have to end our communication, or maybe whenever we are speaking in a room, or whenever we are in a bunch of people who are doing a communication together, or maybe conversing around, or maybe you are communicating in a conversation. The first thing that you need to remember while you end a communication is a beautiful gesture. Now, a gesture cannot be routine by just putting a regards at the end, but also you have to make sure you give a beautiful gesture by saying that was a wonderful time spending with you, or you can also say you made my day. You can also say that was good speaking with you. So all of these are best gestures that you can put across the people. So these are few of the tips that I can give you guys while you follow the body language. Now guys, continuing with our subject, I also want to speak about few abbreviations. So guys, can all of you put the heading, I mean, can everybody, if everybody can note it down, I want you people to know few abbreviations. Those are important for you to be a student. Um, Once again, if everybody is clear with what I'm saying, or if everybody understood exactly what I'm trying to deliver to you guys, can you all put a Y message in the chat box? Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much for the response. So now quickly, let's check. I want to you industry. Want to guys a few mandatory abbreviations. For example, I want a few people to put ahead or head as abbreviations, or you can also put it as online abbreviations. Clear? Just give me 1 minute. I hope my audio is clear now. Can you all? Yes, yes. I'm repeating. Sorry for. Yes, yes. I'm repeating. I'm repeating. Guys, I'm so sorry. There was a slight signal fecal situations for me. I'm really sorry for that. Um, Now let me put across few abbreviations that I want to say you guys. The first one I was saying was ASAP. So guys, I'm talking about abbreviations. So now when I talk about abbreviations, let me also explain you why do we need these abbreviations in our current life, and where can we use it as being a student. So now I wanted to be very clear for you guys, because abbreviations play one of the most important role while you're doing a communication in a slang process. Now when I talk about the slang process, it is also can be portrayed as the gravitational communication. The gravitational communication is I want this document ASAP. What is that called? You are putting a little gravity on your sense of presence or communication. So that is why we say it as abbreviations, which is also the other meaning of gravitational force. So guys, yes, very good. Wonderful. You guys are typing it. I could see it. Very good. Very good. Wonderful. And I also want you people to be noting this BRB. Now, whenever you are messaging with your superior, or whenever you are doing this video chat, now when I put as BRB, what is BRB? Be right back. That means I'll be right back. Don't worry about the communication. I'm going to be back right in a moment. So BRB is an abbreviation for I'm going to be back in a second. So BRB is one of the key points of abbreviation. And then we have BTW, which is also called as by the way. Now, many people in the chat and the emails write down BTW. That means by the way, by the way. Now, we also have another abbreviation, that is OMG. Okay, let me share you my screen. Okay, let me give you guys a good presentation on it. Hope my screen is visible for all of them. Right. Yeah, I'm broadcasting my screen in another 1 second. Yes, I guess everybody can look at my screen. So if you guys can see this internet abbreviations that I have mentioned on the screen, um, yes. So the next one is OMG. Oh my God. So, we always have to speak about this. Oh my God, because it's been used by many people many times, because this is one of the key factors that portray yourself in the gravity of English. And then you have FYI, that is for your information, and TTYL, that is talk to you later, and L8R, which is called as later, and FYP for you page, and then IDK, which is I don't know, and AKA, also known as TBH, to be honest, LMK, let me know. So these are the couple of abbreviations you always have to remember while you put yourself on the internet. All right. So these are all called as internet abbreviations, and I want all of you people to follow them. So, guys, technically for today, we are done with our class, and I want all of you people to remember these and follow these everywhere. Guys, tomorrow as well, we will start the class maybe around 3:30. Please ensure that you people all join by 3:30, because this could be an essential way to show ourselves in a better way. And before I finish with my class, I want to thank each and every person from entire Andhra Pradesh to be a part of this particular meeting. And I believe all the colleges who have been attending this session and all of the students who have been attending this class, I wish you all the very luck in learning, and many more to come and many more to learn. I could only say all the very best for you people, and thank you so much for being a part of this class. Thank you guys. Thank you so much, and have a great day. I'll see you guys.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for your beautiful explanation.
Thank you. Was my voice clear, and did everybody understood what exactly I spoke?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everything is okay.
Thank you so much. I'm really sorry. I'm at a hospital and I had to take up many
Yes, sir. Yes,
responsibilities down the
Rajendra have
line.
told me.
All right. Thank you so much for your beautiful response, ma'am. And I'll probably join you guys again tomorrow. Till then, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.